Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and oh yeah, it's Brickall O'Clock! With a lovely PO Box package from one of my beautiful subscribers, a package from bricklink.com, a lovely bag of stuff from Lego Bricks and Pieces, and I've been sent something by Davoom. Good. Well, let's start with the subscriber package, of course, being the absolute most important. And how on earth am I going to get into here? I don't know. Just hack into the top and see how I go. Apologies to the sender of this, because it's been a while for me to get to it. It's basically been sat on my floor. It arrived pretty much the day after I did my last brick haul, so it was kind of bad timing. In that it just missed one film and then I had my week away, which was very nice. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'll get to it now, and I'm sure it'll be just as good as if I'd opened it then. And it is nearly open. There we go. Full of all sorts of stuff. Oh wow, we've got some builder minifigures, I hope, in there, because that looks like the box that they now come in. Now they've got rid of all their plastic. We've got a letter, so that's really good. And we've got a lovely Deliveroo set, as I call it. Basically with the Deliveroo rider on, and I got a few more sticker sheets of this set on Bricks and Pieces. I could have loads of these guys riding around my city centre, because that's what seems to happen in real life, with loads of people who are too tired to cook, basically going out and ordering food, and it does seem to be intact. So that is really good. Thanks very much for that. I'm sure I could probably combine two of these back to back as well and make a really good multi-sided fast food joint as well. So that's excellent news. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. But we better get to the letter actually before I move any further. Hi there, Robin Hood Bricks. This is my second time sending you a fan mail. In the first one, I gave you the Pirate VAP pack. The bum figures. That can't be right. It's quite hard to read. Okay, let's try that again. In the first one, I gave you a Pirate VIP Push Me Things. Yeah, don't remember that. And I swear it says bum figures. Oh, it's BAM figures. Build a minifigure figures, right? And Under the Sea set. I mean, I'm sorry, people, but that definitely says bum figures, if you ask me. Anyway, it gave me a good laugh. In this purge, I've given you some surprise bum figures, or build a minifigure figures, and set 40578, which I have no use for, this GI gift with purchase. Sincerely, Oliver. Wow, well, thank you very much, Oliver. Your handwriting threw me a little bit, but I got there. So as I've said already, this is absolutely fantastic. That's definitely getting used in the city, especially the cyclists. I kind of want to sort of almost gang of them sort of going around in circles as they do when they're waiting to go out and do their deliveries early evening. But this intrigues me even more. It says some clues. I've got two times Q1 2024 and 1 times Q2 2024. So let's have a look. Oh wow, okay. We've got a fabulous knight with the most up-to-date torso and legs. He looks very special indeed. One of the shields, nice helmet, and a very scared face. Excellent, very nice indeed. Well, we know exactly where he's going in the city scene. No, of course he's going in the castle scene. And then we've got another double bass player. I think this is sort of halfway between a cello and a double bass, you know, in size, because a double bass is taller than a person, isn't it? But anyway, it's absolutely lovely piece. I think I bought another one of those in Build a Minifigure, Bricks and Pieces order. But yeah, it's really good to have that. Maybe we can put one of them in the music store and have this guy playing, maybe even on the street. He needs a bow for it if it's a cello, because I think you just pluck the double basses with your fingers. But anyway, that is a very nice character, and he's got a very nice bow tie with his white gloves, so that is very cool as well. Lovely. And then, whoa, a pirate in full garb with a lovely hat and the sort of tied back hair as they have, and I like that head as well. And the fun thing is, I think I am going to have some more pirate activity in Brick Nottingham this time round, so that will become very useful, and I don't have that torso and legs, so that is absolutely perfect to receive. yeah, I'm planning to have more pirate sort of themed attractions, number one. Number two, I'm hoping to get my Eldorado Fortress out of the far corner of the dock and have that up front and personal, but we won't know until we sort of got everything else put in, because I want to do a prison island and all sorts of other stuff there at the front as well. And also, I'm going to have another major tourist attraction from that era, and probably, I think I've let slip before, another cargo wagon, but this time pirate theme, but I'm not doing that for a while because we've OD'd on trains recently. So that is absolutely great. Thank you very much for that, Oliver. Wow, fantastic. Always love getting things in the post. And sorry again for the delay. Right, I'm going to set my camera slightly higher now because I want to show you the wonderful Pixu 64 that I was sent from Devoom. Well, wouldn't you know, after only 1 week away, and I've already forgot that I need to give a bedoing to Oliver. Thank you very much for your contribution. It was very gratefully received. And now we are on to a freebie sent into the channel, the Devoom Pixu 64, which is a very interesting kind of digital screen, and I get offered quite a lot having a channel with 36,800 subscribers, and usually I decline them because, well, they're either not Lego based or they're sort of Lego substitutes or stuff like that. If only Lego would sponsor me, grr. But in this case I thought I would accept because, well, I can use it as a live counter for my channel in the Lego room, and I just thought that'd be really good. In due course, I could even get you to make me images that I could kind of have cycling through in the backdrop. So I thought that would be a really good addition. And it does all sorts of different things. I can go through all the different modes. You can have it sort of cycling through moving images, and you can get quite detailed, as you can see. Goodness knows what this sequence is. All sorts of things. There's like a sound thing where you can talk very loudly or very quietly, and it will show you the sort of sound bar, and there's even sort of seasonal ones for Christmas, and I think this one's Halloween, and there's all sorts of different modes that you can ping through until you get back to your wonderful subscriber count. And I thought this would also have the added benefit of showing my journey to 100,000 subscribers. Yes, because that is the aim of the channel. So if you aren't subscribed to the main channel, not this one, this Brickall one I'm not too worried about, but if you haven't subscribed to the one, which loads of people who watch haven't, then you do need to subscribe and get this number ticking over, because otherwise it's going to be embarrassingly slowly lodged on 36,800 for about a month. And then that number will tick over 1 because it doesn't seem to have a completely live thing, only to a few significant figures. Anyway, yeah, the app is pretty good that comes with this. So you just do it on your phone. You can download all sorts of different sequences of images made by other people. You can design your own images. You can have them sort of syncing with sound or with gameplay or something like that. I've gone for a subscriber counter on YouTube, of course, but you can go for something that monitors Bitcoin value or other social medias or weather even in your area. So yeah, I think it is quite an interesting product. I mean, I'm only going to use it really for the YouTube counter, which, as I said, is the only reason I accepted it. But they do all sorts of other clever products with these screens sort of integrated into them, like speakers and even backpacks, which look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to add this to the wall of the Lego room, guilt all of you into subscribing until this ticks over to 100,000 and I manage to get my very own YouTube play button. So yeah, that is the goal. So thank you very much for this, Devoom. And if you want to get one, they are £120, link in the description. But if you go ahead right now, they've got 36% off with the Black Friday deal. So yeah, if you act very quickly, you'll be able to get one for a more reasonable price. Anyway, pretty cool, I think. So thanks again, Devoom. I'm going to reschedule the tripod so we can get into some lovely bricks and pieces parts. Well, although the new city is coming on quite slowly at the moment, I do hope to make a lot of progress with it this month. And one of the things that was holding up was a lack of all sorts of very simple parts, like 1x2 tiles. So in addition to this bag of more specialist things that I've picked out, I got a raft of really boring consumables as well. Lots of sleeper tiles, which I think will be nowhere near enough. But these are the ones I sort of picked out to share with you. The first one was just loads of tiles and other parts to remake the drinks machine that came in the set 41756, Holiday Ski Slope and Cafe, a friend set from 2023. I basically had this sticker sheet because I needed it for the snowboards and my snowboard collection, but I really like these really long ones on the sides of the machine and thought I'd replicate that entirely. It's not one of the really cool ones that works and will spit out the can when you turn something, but I think it looks pretty smart actually. So yeah, I like that a great deal. So I just have that, I don't know, on a street corner or something like that, or outside a convenience store or something like that. I thought that would be really good. So yeah, using as many of those stickers as I can. A goat. We've got goat number 3 now. We've got the original goat, Alex, of course, the one that came with the goat farmer, and now we've got this one from the new medieval village set. So yeah, we can have all 3. We're getting a bit of a gang now, something that was incredibly hard to get. They're a lot more common now. Whether we have that gang on Far Corner Farm or in the medieval scene, I don't know. I might even be getting the set eventually. For my old town, or maybe for the old setup again, I don't know. It's quite expensive. There's so many good sets out right now. I've got 2 of these archers, which I bought kind of just so I could play around with them, because I thought that, well, they're essentially from Technic vehicle sort of wheel archers or something, so you can see the size of those vehicles. Must be massive. But I'm thinking of using them as kind of a big arch over an entryway into my space tower, because I sort of thought I might have a cargo bay or something in the side of the wall for something to launch out of, or some things. So yeah, I thought that would be really good. So I can either have a double hanger or 2 on different floors or something like that. Anyway, I've got 2 of those because sometimes it's very hard to play around with a new piece that you've never actually even seen or held. So that was good. I've got a little stack of these cloud pieces that I've got loads of in white, but I thought if I'm going to have some weather in sort of stuck to my walls, it'd be good to get some in light bluish grey as well, which came on some of the Mario sets, just so I could have some clouds that weren't 100% fluffy white. Might give it a bit more contrast as well. So I've got 10 of those to play around with. A red container. Yes, I'm sad in that I collect all the different colour trash cans and containers when I see them. It's not really a collection as such, because I'm not worried if I miss one. But if one's just available, I think, oh, go on then. I'll have a red container. It'll look good somewhere. Got some treasure chest pieces for flat-topped ones, because I want to incorporate them into some profile builds that I'll be doing for the deep sea level. Well, not the deep sea, rather the shallow sea level. So I've already got the base in this nougat colour in... well, several times that I've been sent in. So basically I just need a flat top. And here's one in this sort of metallic titanium grey colour as well. Don't know which one will look best, so I've got both. Loads of cool tiles. We've got some more blueprints for all of my construction workers. There's this Robo one where they're clearly building the Robot World set 60421 from this year. And yeah, it looks really good though. I'm not going to buy that set because I've got nowhere to put it really. I don't know how to do it unless it was in the fairground, and I'm not sure that you could motorise that one. Maybe you could. And then this one for the ice cream shop, which I have built, 60363. So that can go... well, that can probably be in a surveyor's hands looking at the final product. Maybe there's been a problem with how they've actually built it compared with what they had permission to. So anyway, I just thought they would be really good to have in around my scene. While I was looking at blue tiles, we've got some new style Lego set ones. It's got the Prison Island there, helicopter one. There's a little one, which is a space set. Very cool. And what must be... what is that? Fire? No, it must be sort of rescue Jeep. I don't even remember the set that that's supposed to be representing, to be fair, but it might be because I just went past it very quickly. I've got 4 eggs because on the new Botanical Gardens set, compared with the original Brick Link sort of competition ideas submission, which had loads of eggs on the top, it doesn't. So I thought I'm going to put them back on. So that's why I got 4 of these eggs. You might think, Robin, why are you adding eggs on top of a Botanical Gardens set? Well, if you kind of look at the really old Victorian ones on which it's based, they have all sorts of weird embellishments. Sometimes they have pineapples on and things like that just because they're exotic at the time. So I really liked that detail of the original. So I just thought if I've got a handful of these, I'll be able to do that straight away when it comes to it. Wow, this is weird. This is another thing which I bought just because it was there. No idea. We've got a sort of cow skull in red. So is that because he's got sort of flayed skin or something like that? I don't know. It's pretty grim, isn't it? But maybe it's for a horror scene, or maybe you can come up with a better idea for it. But yeah, clearly it needs horns adding to it. But it looks pretty scary, actually, so I like that. Don't know why I got it. These parts are to go on the container stacker 7992 that I got sent on a recent brick haul. They were the only parts that must have fallen off at some point, which didn't come with that gift. So I've managed to get the lovely sort of chalice parts on top of a 1x1 round brick to reinstate the exhausts on that. So that is now complete. Another interesting tile you might be wanting to get for your own city is this. I think it's basically a sort of fruit and nut type bar, sort of, I don't know, granola type thing, has been unpeeled from one end and somebody's munching on. So yeah, I just thought I'd get one of those, see what it's like. And now I quite like it actually. It's open, so it can't go on a shop shelf, but yeah, I could have somebody munching on that. Might be in the market for another. I got more yellow birds because I had the wonderful idea given to me in the comment section about using one of these as a literal canary down the mines, which they used to do in the olden days, because the bird would be the volunteer who passed out first from a gas leak or something like that, so they would know. So literally canary down the mines, and the other ones on the surface. So I thought one of those will be unlucky and the others will be in a nice home in the city. Another thing I got was a friend's animal, but it's not too twee with its eyes and eyelashes and so on. And I couldn't resist because it's a beaver and he looks rather fantastic. So maybe we'll have to have a dam being built on the River Trent or something like that. Or maybe he'll be, I don't know, somewhere else up to no good. But he does look very good fun. I just love that tail. So I had to buy him. He's quite expensive, but I think actually worth it. He's a good size as well. I mean, golly, I suppose they are about that big in real life. So yeah, he's a big one anyway. Love those teeth. I've also recently got that character Beevor or whatever his name was. So maybe he's the pet of that sort of child beaver sort of monstrosity. This pointy flag I really like. It comes with a few of the new sort of friend sets where they're all sort of at holiday camps and so on. But I thought it'd be the great banner for my troop of Boy Scouts, which in the new city will be doing the job of the awful police and awful super secret police, who blatantly can't solve any crime, and I reckon might be corrupt, because I had a lot of suggestions with my recent sweatshop that basically Vito, who's running that, should be passing a bribe onto the SSP or something like that. So, yeah, I think that's quite a good idea. So maybe I'll have them being corrupt as well as useless, naturally. We've got another small owl, which I love. The big owls, the sort of big Harry Potter ones, are just massive. They're the size of a human, but these little ones are very cute indeed. So, yeah, that'll be a good addition to the city. Got this egg with this sort of furry printing on, and it's because it's from the back of a bee. Yeah, it's basically a bee's bottom, and that came in the 21342 insect collection from 2023, and I hadn't seen that before because it's quite hidden in the back. So I'll either make a big bee for my city, a killer killer sort of foreign variety, maybe with some clear wings, or maybe I'll just have it as an interesting, I don't know, thingamajig for sale in a store. Then I've got one more sort of bird's nest type piece or collar for use somewhere. I can't remember if I had a specific plan with that, or I was just excited because they're in dark tan, I think. This lovely hair sort of wrap hat. Oh god, I nearly lost that down the back of the desk, for wrapping up somebody either with wet hair or just with very long hair. So that's good. So it's sort of got the knot at the front. I might as well put it on the top of my head stack. So that's a pretty cool piece. I like that. And then I've got loads of heads. So I've got this sort of invisible man with sunglasses, and then all sorts of interesting poses, which I thought would be really good in my city. People sort of sleeping or looking shocked or looking very happy or grumpy. Really like that one. That's probably one of my favourites. I don't know all the sets these came from. I just sort of basically searched for heads and got all ones that I didn't recognise that I had. And this one, which is from the Dreams line, definitely, I probably should have got more than one of, because she looks rather fantastic. I like that a great deal. So that's them. Then I got all the torsos from the medieval village again, just so I could have more peasants running around. I only need the torsos because they've all got standard legs, got some heads, so yeah, should be sorted there. But I like all these peasant outfits for the public, basically. And then I got some also from City sets that I'm probably not going to be buying. Much like that Robot World, which had a few in. So yeah, I've just got some interesting different torsos that I think will stand out amongst the other ones that I do have. And I really like, this is my favourite, with the sort of pink, I don't know, Halloween-esque sort of skull, if you want to call it that, on the back. And I didn't even know when I bought this one that this one had a snake with a wrench on it, which is really cool. So yeah, that's some sort of mechanic guy with oil on the front and some gloves on. Cool. So loads of really good additions there. Some vital, like my canaries. Some parts for a new machine. The goat, yeah, that is absolutely essential. And the beaver, of course. So yeah, very happy with all of that. And I should be able to play around and make my space tower designs a reality. Now I've got these as well. Cool. So we've had an absolute load already. But there is more. We have got my package from bricklink.com. So let's get to it. Oh, this brick haul just got even better. I was just starting to cut into my Bricklink package and I saw somebody out of the window pulling up with a great big box. And what should be in it but this bad boy, the Brick Cross Station, that I'm pretty much focusing that entire side of the new Lego room on and around. So essentially it was the thing that was also holding up progress, to be honest. So I need to get this built as soon as possible. I didn't get it as part of the Bricklink Designer program. I missed it, as you might remember, but I did manage to get this one on eBay for only about 20 or 30 pounds more than it would have been direct, which isn't ideal. Either for them or for me, because I think after posting it a second time and paying any eBay fees, they're probably about neutral on their money. But anyway, I'm very glad to have this. I'm going to be building this week now. And I want to get that into my city so I can start doing all of the roads and the marina and all the rest of it, all based around it. Because I want to have kind of buildings all sort of tucked into one another this time, rather than having everything in a straight line. It's not too bad having it in a straight line when it's sort of 8 or so modulars, but when it gets even longer, it just looks ridiculously straight and unnatural. So yeah, I'm trying to mix things up. And without one of the key puzzle pieces, I wasn't able to do that. But now I can. The wait is over. So yeah, that was very unexpected for today, but very welcome. So I know what I'm doing after the haul. Cool. So we have got this package, which I can now finish cutting into. That was absolutely perfect timing. And this package, which I always give them a name, is called Sea Tiles. And that is because in here there should be, let's tip all this out. And you can see it already, an absolute raft, no pun intended, of sea tiles, because as you know, I'm going to try and use lovely transparent 1x2s all over the place for my sea this time. No expense spared. So we've got absolutely loads of new sea tiles. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packages of those, which apparently make up 3,590 of these tiles, which sounds like an absolutely stupid number, and I'm not going to have fun putting them all down, I must say. But anyway, given that you need 512 for one base plate, that is basically almost exactly 7 base plates, just slightly over. And given my marina is going to be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 base plates, yeah, we're going to need loads more of these. So essentially, I went to Bricklink and found a few stores that had the most for a decent price, and then basically said, if I bought them all, will you give me a discount? And they gave me 20% on top off. So that's quite good. So I've got an absolute load of those, which is another one of the vital ingredients. We're doing really well, actually, for progress in the new city. This all another one of the vital ingredients to really getting that first side, well, coherent and all in place. So very happy with getting all of those. And they're new, so I don't need to wash them. I imagine they must have got them on a I was going to say build a minifigure off a pick-a-brick wall in store to get this many for that value. But I'm never lucky. Whenever I go to a store, it's absolutely rubbish. So you'll have to tell me your experiences or your best achievement from a pick-a-brick wall in store, because I've got none to share. So put those in the comments section. I look forward to reading those. Some of you I think are really jammy. I'm never jammy. I always end up with the offer of, do you want 2x4 plates in lime? And you think, no, I don't. This beam 14 long was quite important for, actually, another thing we mentioned earlier, that ice cream shop. I'm slightly redesigning mine, not too much, but I want to give it a back wall essentially, so I can put it anywhere resting up against a bigger building, and I needed a 1x14. So the fact it's got the groove in it I won't use. You'll just see that side. Loads more blue bricks because I'm doing them as my sort of vertical profile for the water areas in my new city. So I'm probably buying them a bit early, but basically, I don't know, blue seems to be a very unpopular colour. So, you know, when you get these for sort of 2 or 3p each, you think, yep, okay, I'll buy them now, I guess, even though I don't need them for a while. And there are a few more with stickers on that I thought, well, that's fine. I can take the sticker off and reposition it using my patented hot tea technique. And the fact that these say crusher is not necessarily a problem. So, you know, I've got 4 of those to play around with. And they were attached on monster trucks. If I ever do something monster trucky, or if I just want to have an advert for the monster trucks, maybe I could combine them all into one location, then I can do that because I have loads of these. But yeah, I bought them for the 1x6. But they came from the 60180 monster truck from 2018, which is sort of big. It's a bit too big. It's a bit sort of clunky, and the wheels, I don't know, they don't independently move. They kind of flop out in pairs. Not my favourite monster truck, but anyway, some extra stickers for advertising a monster truck do, even if there isn't it physically in the room. Because I think by the time we've got a fairground on the second side, I don't think I'm going to have a stadium for monster trucks. Though I could do one on the floor, you never know. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Loads of these for underneath those tiles in the marina to look sort of murky. And I've already got some of these in blue, which were in the less exciting part of my bricks and pieces order, so they can sort of go together like that to make diagonal angles, as well as like that to make straight edges as well. So that is going to be all the joins under the water. These were very cheap, so I just got them for their 6 long edge, really. And then what else have we got in this bag? Camera right in front of my face. Some more blue plates to fill in all of the gaps that we do need to keep blue, because the problem with having a tile layer is if you want to have the lovely plates underneath, is then you need to have it well complete, otherwise the water level won't be flat. So you need a lot of plates just to cover all the base plates. So I won't need blue base plates anymore. I can just get the big grey ones or whatever, then a 4 layer of that and that before adding these on top. You know how it works. Ballast, I was running low on that. So that's another thing I need to get a bit further. So this amount of ballast will probably do me about 2 feet worth of train track. But anyway, yes, expensive lark doing all of this, but it looks absolutely amazing when it's done. So I will persevere. Some more of these parts, which are becoming a firm favourite for my seawall. So one section near the tourist destination I mentioned when I mentioned the pirate character. I'm going to have these behind, so there'll be something really big in front of these, so it won't look too repeaty on the pattern, and I can have loads of things sort of interrupting it in front, maybe like my stall for some burgers or whatever it might be. So yeah, 3 more of those. I think I still need a few more of those, but they are relatively hard to find. So yeah, buy them when you can. 2 jet engines. Yeah, I'm still piecing together. So I got the final parts for the stacker, didn't I? There was that air rescue helicopter that had a couple of parts that fell off it. So it needed 2 more engines. So I've got those to complete that. So we've got it fully as it should be to incorporate in the city. I always buy these in old grey, the sort of triple slopes, because I put them on top of the battlements. And I think I achieved all of the ones that I needed for my old castle. But I'm definitely going to need a lot more because I'm going to be having city walls in the new city, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I've been doing quite a bit of designing recently, but on the sort of first side that we're doing with the marina and the buildings and so on. So, and a few facades as well. So I'm just sort of saving the old town. for doing later. This piece is very interesting in grey. It's just one of those sort of things you can sort of wind up some string with or something like that with the handles on. But I saw a really good build where this was sort of added to another stick and was to represent a Christian cross that a sort of religious character could have in the castle scene. And I thought that was a great idea, especially if I've got all my guys in their long gowns and stuff, so we could have sort of the bishop or something like that, or maybe it just go on a roof. But I don't usually think about including religion in my city, but I thought in the medieval one, maybe it would be a very typical thing to see. So yeah, I like that a great deal. That's an idea that I pilfered from Google. I wasn't looking for it, just found it. But no one has the monopoly on good ideas after all. And it appears I've got two of those, just in case I want to do that idea in both. Then, yeah, this order isn't that recent, and it was going back to when I was doing those six-wheel drive vehicles that I wanted to be charging into the sea as a nice scene, and I was sent a lovely one in black that one of my wonderful subscribers had made. But before that happened, I was going to make one in dark red, and I still might. So one of the interesting parts that I wanted, and I got two in case one was rubbish, was the kind of front fender with some decoration on, which is printed in this case, so it looks rather good with the 66 logo. In fact, that one's rather badly scratched, so it's a good thing I did get two, because that one is very nice. So they came on the 4593, Zero Hurricane and Red Blizzard from 2002. Some pretty rubbish looking drone racers. I imagine this came on the Red Blizzard one. Yeah, so that's very cool. Some 2x4s in old grey, which are for my key side. Joining all that together, some more bits in olive. One of those in medium blue, which I'll be using on my beach, I think. Can't remember what all these inverted slopes are for. The final two of these sort of slopes, I need an absolute load of these for the extension of something. That's probably already said too much. A winder. Yeah, I've got quite some interesting things that I'm getting all the final pieces for now that I should be able to show you. So I'm going to hopefully do a lot of building and a lot of bringing stuff down from the old Lego room into the new this month before Christmas. And then we've got Cars Cargo on this slope. I always buy that when I see it because it's one of my favourite stickers from 8198, the ramp crash from 2000 and something or other. That was another tiny turbo set actually, but it had so many good stickers in it. So I can use that for a little advert 2x4 tile, or, well, I've already got it stuck on a building, but maybe I'll do a bigger Cars Cargo this time. Who knows? But that is a lovely sticker to have. One more of those. I didn't buy this for the sticker. I just bought it for the part underneath. Yeah, dunno, whatever. That came from the Desert Viper 8122, if you're interested. Don't know why you would be. Another tiny turbo set from 2009. Retour. Yeah, bit of an advert. You could have that repeating, I suppose, on a billboard or something. Or I'm going to need some little adverts sort of horizontally for my racing scene, aren't I? I've got quite a few already, but even more. Things like this, for example, with TV6 Plus on it and gear. Does that say? Yeah, gear. Very good. They came on the 60145 buggy from 2017. I've been collecting the TV ones for ages just so I can have that as part of a TV tower in due course. But yeah, very nice. Yeah, you got that crane hook thing in yellow for that Space Police thing I was showing the other week. That's one of the two remaining non-stickered parts. Still need all the sticker parts. This seller had one more tile that was used. So, yeah, thought may as well buy that as well. A tread plate sticker. Yay, my favourite. Couple of windows with this really nice kind of blind pattern on it. Wow, that one's got quite a few bubbles underneath. That one looks a bit better though. That corner I think has come up at some point. Not perfect, but yeah, I want to get loads of these for a bigger version of the Daily Bugle Tower. No, not that one. The smaller one that was part of 76005, Spider-Man Daily Bugle Showdown from 2013, which is a much smaller Daily Bugle building with a great big DBC sign on the front. Now, I was thinking that I would change to BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, by buying another one of the Bs, which I've already done, so I can do that. But then I thought, well, hold on, that's not TV6 Plus then, is it? So I'm in a bit two minds how I'm going to brand that. But anyway, yeah, getting more of these pieces for the windows will be really good. And I have the very difficult task with some very hot tea of moving these on transparent pieces, because you don't want it to all sort of be sort of frosted underneath. So yeah, that is easier said than done. But yeah, 2 of those. The last one I think I need of these construction signs, that definitely needs moving, with the cool sort of lattice pillar that will be used as part of my undersea base in the cabinet, which is still on my desk just over there. And essentially those pieces are very well represented by that picture there. And then the falling rocks, it's to basically say that watch out for falling rocks for divers, and I've sort of got 4 of those so I can have them going down, because those legs are going to go all the way to the bottom of the cabinet, so they'll be very long indeed, with kind of a lift to the very, very bottom level. So that will really make that whole scene look a lot better. An orange tile, I think I know what that's for. And finally, a lovely crystal moonstone with white lightning on the front. No, not the cheap, dodgy cider, but actual white lightning. So yeah, there's loads of these from the old Monster Fighter sets. This one came in 2 sets, including 9466, the Crazy Scientist and his monster from 2012, which is a very cool set, if you ask me. The great big sort of laser thingy to awaken the beast made up from random minifigure parts all cobbled together. So yeah, that is a lovely set. I think I might have to try and recreate that scene somewhere, because I really like the scientist and his monster with a big gun on it. I don't know what happened to that car though. It looks kind of like somebody spent a lot of time designing the front and making it look really nice, and then got bored and didn't bother with the back. But it must have been a piece count problem. But yeah, that's one of the few remaining crystal moonstones that I need for the collection. There's one, I think it's the zombies one, that is ridiculously expensive. Or do I? No, or is it the pink one that's ridiculous? Anyway, one of them is ridiculously expensive, and I don't have that. Probably will never have that. But yeah, anyway, that is another one to almost complete the set. So that looks absolutely great. Don't have any use for those yet. I've not even added one to my recent Ghost Train. So yeah, or did I in the end? No, I did in the end, didn't I? So yeah, maybe I'll have to take that off if I'm going to have them all together in one place. But that won't be a great loss because it didn't glow in the dark. So yeah, that is very nice. Glad to get that. So that is a fantastic haul all in all. We have had a lovely great big screen to put on the wall of the Lego room. We've had a fantastic contribution from Oliver with a Deliveroo driver and some wonderful minifigures. The Pirate's probably the best because there's loads of places for her to go. I've got all of my sea tiles for the marina. Loads of parts to go under those tiles, and, well, from bricks and pieces as well. Loads of detail, new characters, faces, and birds, beavers, and all the rest of it. But probably the biggest thing that I didn't expect today was the lovely Brick Cross Station, which is the next thing I'm going to be building, and that'll probably be featuring in this Friday's video. Ooh, if I've got time to build it, actually, before then. Anyway, definitely soon. So, yeah, what a fantastic haul. Well, what a fantastic haul. I'm a very lucky boy. It feels a bit like Breaking Bad, actually, on this desk as I look at it, if you know that show. With loads of bags of tightly wrapped blue crystalline product. I feel like a bit of a crime kingpin. But the real product on my desk, the real valuable stuff, is actually all of these pieces for these wonderful projects that I've mentioned. I want to do them all, but I'm going to have to prioritise as usual, definitely starting with that station. But as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome brick hauls. Do also subscribe to the main Robin Hood Bricks channel to have your number added to my new totalizer. That would be greatly appreciated on our quest for a YouTube play button. And if you value these channels, there are many ways in which you can support them. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on the main channel, I'll be doing, well, probably that station, if I've got time, making a start on it either way, and making more progress in the city generally. And on this channel, of course, we'll have another brick haul next week. So until all of that, see you! Yeah, 8 bags of tiles. Street value, 3 million.